Alright, so we got it all back together as stock. That's a little low, or that's pretty thin. It looks halfway through for the brake shoe in the back. Short shoe on the front, secondary, primary shoe on the front, secondary longer shoe on the back of the car. So it wedges up and creates more braking power from that one to that one via these. And I'm going to put on that drum with the bearings that are in it. And, the outside bearing race had some water damage on one point, so not really bad, but I'd change them. But I'm getting the car all back together before I go and changing everything, so I can see what might leak, because this might not work well. Might have a leak in that, or something might not jam up too well. And I think this is operational as is. New cylinder, no numbers. I talked about that. Here's the original, probably the original one on the car. Quarter-inch, stupid, rusted. That one, I've already said on the back, is metric. Here with my 65 Monaco, I've got all standard tools, because that's what you'd hope it would have. Well, I pushed the car over to this other side, and I got to this brake, and it was quite a bit better off. Look at the thickness of that. It came off. There's almost no lip there, so that drum's way different than the other on the left side. So I got in here and took this apart. What do we have? We have the anti-rattle for the parking brake is done. It just integrated into a number of coils. But this is pretty good. See, we had sand and junk in there. We had some sand and junk in there. But as I'm cleaning and brushing it, the spring is pushing that one out. And it's a little bit wet, which is good, because I don't know, I guess when I pumped the brakes, I guess the fluid got to that, so that's why it's doing it now. So we'll take it out and hopefully it'll have a better cylinder in there. We'll see. So I'm cleaning away here, and I saw that. So that's what them gears are in that pumpkin. Open end. I just adjusted. Where is it? I just adjusted that, but it doesn't have a retainer. Some dumbass took off the retainer that keeps that from backing out and loosening up your bearings and making your seals leaking your bearings go bad. So I'm the only one that knows how to do this shit right. Okay, so this is the first brake. What is it? About the 23rd of February. And this is the first brake that's really in kind of bad shape. It took the drum off. The drum was scored pretty heavily. It's got a lip there, pretty scored. Still thick, sort of thick there. But this shoe, that's thin. That's a thin shoe. That's a pretty thin shoe there. And so when I popped off the wheel, something fell out of the automatic adjuster down there. And the reason it popped off is because the spring is bust. And that looks wet. Should be. Who knows? I'm sure it hadn't real fluid in it for a long time. So I got a new one of those at Napa. I think it's better than the one I got from O'Reilly. So I might be shopping Napa all the time because they're really more more serious store. So while we're in here, that's been beat up probably from a tire going bad and whacking up into there and pulling that out. That's been hit recently from driving or just pushing the car around. That's full of stuff. And we'll have more of a look. It was re-greased. That was all fresh green packed green grease. Looked a little bit dry, but it was green grease. And so we can rebuild this. I think I might put it back together like this, although I got to get that spring, so I'll bet they have that in stock at Napa, and I can respring it and fix it all up and make it work, replace that, and then check how the brakes are operating, and then go from there. So that's sand and grease from Fallon. Just, at least it didn't rust, because that's pretty good metal there. Not rusty, but it's sandy. It should be alkaline sandy with grease. Well, there was a lot of caked grease in different places, and it was a very dry climate. So, keep scraping. Yeah, according to that wetness, some of the brake fluid, yeah, that I put in there is coming out there. This thing's probably full of sand. Anyway, I'll get back to you later.